So, I'm making this video to discuss what I would tell my younger self to, get in good shape. There's a lot of people that you can look up to nowadays with social media, role models, influencers, all this stuff, and everyone's saying different things. Everyone has their own opinion. Sorry, there's some landscaping going on. Guys cutting the grass. Um, but this is everything that I would spit out to my younger self if I could just do it over again and get in good shape again. I was Mr. Ohio as a teenager when I was 18. So, how do you love the gym, right? You like watching TV because you get something out of it. It's fun, maybe it's a laugh, maybe it's, you're like locked into the TV because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen next, right? How do you get that kind of same feeling from the gym? By making progress. If you're not making progress, you're never going to enjoy the gym. If you think about it, everyone that's in the gym is there for some kind of reason, right? Whether they're trying to get stronger, whether they're trying to get fat loss, lose weight. There's so many different spectrums, right? Be healthier, lower your blood pressure, lose the fat, lose the weight, get stronger, gain weight, right? There's so many different ways of someone could be walking in that gym door and they're like, okay, today I'm getting stronger. Or someone else walks into the gym and they're like, okay, today I'm gonna burn 1,000 calories, right? Whatever it is, everyone walking in that gym has a reason for going. They're not just going in there because, oh, I want to go to the gym, right? They're going into the gym because they're getting something out of it, right? If you get done with a crazy workout, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you're like, holy, like, I can't even move, right? I just want to lay here and go to sleep. Like, if you've ever gotten to that point, or if you're just a new beginner in the gym, that kind of sounds crazy to you, but if you're kind of experienced in the gym, you know what I'm talking about. When you have a crazy workout, like drenched in sweat, you grab your shirt, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I gotta put this thing back on, that is like next level, like holy, right? And then the amount of dopamine you get from pushing yourself to that limit in the gym, my gosh, it's like indescribable, right? The feeling that you get can't be achieved from taking a drug, right? The feeling that you get from, having a good workout can't be achieved any other way than you having to push yourself. It's an indescribable feeling. And me, myself, my personality, I am like an extremist when it comes to certain things like the gym, nutrition, right? I love eating healthy. I don't want to put bad stuff in my body. That's why my whole coaching is called no BS, no bullshit, right? I don't want to eat any shit. That is because I'm just so like all about it, right? Like if I go into the gym, when I first started, I was kind of like, I had so many different phases. Like I started and I wasn't fat, but I was just chunky, like skinny fat, right? I was like 165 pounds, but like no muscle, 5'10", right? And then like I got all the way down to like 145, 150, and I was just like skinny. But I was starting to gain some muscle because I was working out. But then you turn around and then I started gaining muscle, and then I got like thicker, but I was like freaking strong for my age. Like 16, I was benching 200, right? Like, holy. And then I was like, wow, like I'm making progress losing weight, I'm making progress gaining muscle. And then every single day when I got done with the gym, I had something like to like look forward to the next day. It's like, okay, yeah, I had a crazy chest day today. Now tomorrow I'm gonna go hit legs or whatever it was, right? And that's kind of just like how you start falling in love with it. Like it's like a snowball effect. It's like, I'm starting with the gym like 4 days a week, and then what do you know? You start doing some cardio, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm kind of making some progress, but I know you got to eat some protein to gain some muscle, right? So then you start, going to the store and buying some chicken breast, and then you're like, wow, like how much should I eat? And then you start weighing it, and then it kind of like snowballs effects, and then you're working out more, you're doing the cardio bike, you're doing the treadmill, you're taking walks because you're trying to get your steps up, you're taking supplements now because you want better workouts, you're drinking a pre-workout, you're drinking protein shakes, and then little do you know, it just like kind of snowballs effects, and it becomes a whole lifestyle. And you're like, and then 7 years goes by like me, and you're like, holy, what did I just get myself into? I'm a whole different person, right? So if I could tell myself anything, it's just stick with it, right? It's just consistency. It's not one day, it's not one workout, it's not one, week. It's years and years and years and years, and it becomes a whole lifestyle. I'm telling you, if you can just stick to the gym for 3 months, 3 months, you will like literally become addicted to it, and then you'll just like want to start going to the gym, and it's just because like you like it, like you start getting this pump, right? So you start going into the gym. If you've ever heard of Arnold, he's like, yeah, the pump, right? It's like a snowball effect. It's like you just want to go to the gym just to get that like feeling again, You take the pre-workout, you're sitting in your car, you're listening to that music, whatever gets you hyped up on the way to the gym, skin's tingling, all this good stuff. If I could just tell my younger self, like, how much fun you'll have with it, is like, it's literally something that I look forward to do every single day. Like, some people hate doing cardio, some people hate working out. It's because they haven't like made progress really yet, right? So as soon as you start making progress, as soon as you start building something, oh my gosh, it's like a never-ending loop of just like, I want to become better. Now I want to compete on the bodybuilding stage, right? I took it to that extreme. I'm not saying you have to, but you could just be like, yeah, summer's coming up, right? It's April right now as I'm recording this video. May, June, 2 months, right? 8 weeks. I've been losing fat for about 4 weeks now. I got up to 210 pounds, bulking up, and then you shred down. That's kind of how it works, just depending on where you're starting at. You bulk up, you cut down, you bulk up, you cut down. Everyone's going to the gym for some kind of reason, right? So everyone's trying to make progress of like some way. So right now, it's like, okay, summer's coming up, 2 months till I have to, take my shirt off for the beach, right? Or whatever the case is. That could be like, you're like, okay, let's go. 2 months, locking in, fat loss now, or you get it, right? So it's like you set markers, and you're like, okay, I want to bulk up until this time, right? And then January 1st, switching the gears, hitting the fat loss stage for 4 months, and then start bulking up again, whatever it is, right? Then you'll just kind of start being like, okay, now I have to eat more food, right? And this whiteboard right here, that's what I do, right? So I'll make these videos all day long explaining to people how to do this, and I coach people, right? So like, if that's something you want to do, you can just click in the description down below, just write a comment and be like, hey, I want some coaching, right? Maybe I'll like link something down there, and then you can click on it, fill out the form, whatever, right? But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to explain to you what I would tell my younger self. It's almost like I'm talking to my younger self in this camera, right? That's kind of what this video is to just have fun, be consistent, and build some discipline. And my parents always used to tell me, they're like, you work so hard in the gym, now you can apply this to other things in life, right? I was like 16, I was like, no, like in the back, I told them, I was like, oh yeah, but in the back of my mind, I was like, nah, I just want to be a bodybuilder, right? But as you grow up, as you mature, you will realize, building discipline in the gym is like really actually listening to what my parents said. It will apply to other things, right? Working hard at your job, showing up, being consistent, whatever it is. If you look, I'm not saying someone that's not in shape isn't like a hardworking person, but someone that is in shape, someone that does have a good physique, people judge people super quick. I mean, like, you see someone, you're like, bang, you already have some kind of judgment on them, and it's terrible, right? So if you can have a good physique, it's gonna get you farther than someone that's fat. Like, I'm not trying to be judgmental at all, right? But it's just the truth. People bang, like, instant, like, will want to talk to you or not want to talk to you just based off of how you look. You could be the nicest person in the world, but you could be, on the heavier side, right? And that's what I do. I help people lose the weight, right? But anyway, if I was to tell my younger self, um, what's the point of the gym? It sucks, right? That's what someone thinks when they first start. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sore. I can't even move my arms. I gotta go to work tomorrow, right? Then you'll start getting this progress. Then that pain, you'll like want that pain. It's like a backwards addiction. It's like you want to be sore, right? It's like you want to not be able to walk after legs, because you work so hard. And like it's like a sign that like, oh man, I worked hard. I'm so sore, But what I would tell my younger self, stick with it, build some discipline along with it. It's just gonna happen. Be consistent. It's not your body doesn't respond to speed. It responds to doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and just 100% every single day. Give it in the gym, right? Whether it's the cardio, whether it's the nutrition outside of the gym, whether it's whatever, be consistent with it, right? It's kind of cool making this video. Like, I feel like if I could tell my younger self something, then like this was Brock at 14 years old, I would tell him to stop eating that whole bag of pizza rolls every single day and drinking that pop. Don't order 2 large pizzas and try to eat both of them every Friday night. And yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, I wasn't even fat. I was just like, I just didn't really care. Like, I never really thought of like building a physique, right? It just like wasn't something I had like intentions on doing. I don't know. I just thought I was going to be a pro video game player. That's what I liked. That's what I wanted to do. Like, I always played Call of Duty, Minecraft, like all these games every single day, right? And it's like totally switched. But yeah, obviously there's way more than just building your physique in life. But the thing is, once you are to build your physique, it's going to transfer to other things in life, right? As I was saying that my parents said, it really will. And it's the truth, Like, if I didn't have a good physique, I currently work at GNC as I'm recording this video, people probably wouldn't trust what I'm saying when I say, if you take this protein powder, it's good for you, right? Or if you take this pre-workout, it's good for you. Now, if a fat person, right, was working at GNC, they probably would be like, yeah, maybe, right? But coming from someone that has a good physique, just coming from someone that has the Mr. Teen Ohio teenage bodybuilder credential under their name, coming from someone that has coached people, they're going to trust me a lot more with the good physique than someone that just, say, wears the GNC and just is kind of chunky, doesn't really watch what they're doing, doesn't take supplements, right? People are just going to trust you more. It goes without saying, right? So, this world is pretty judgmental, so you want to be on the good side of it. And yeah, just work hard, guys. And if you do want some coaching by me, link will be in the description. No BS training. I've helped multiple people lose weight, gain weight, build muscle, build lean muscle, and lose the fat, right? I've helped many different cases. I got your back, guys. And yeah, hopefully this video at least just resonated with you, and maybe you could kind of think about how this reflects in your life and how you could, maybe make some small changes, start going to the gym, just building that discipline up, being consistent, and realizing that some things are a sprint, right? Some things are, it's like, how fast can you get this job done? How fast can we build this house, right? But some things are a marathon, and this marathon is going to last you forever, right? If you set yourself up now, whether you're 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you're the rest of your life, just think about it. Think about your life. See, the reason why I started this was just because I wasn't really secure with my body, right? I wanted to get more people like, wow, like, you're jacked, man, right? Because my dad always told me, he's like, bro, you need to get all the video games and go work out, because we literally have a whole basement in a whole gym in our basement, which I meant to say, and I didn't even use it. I probably went down there like one time with some buddies, whatever. How much can you lift, right? But why I started going down there and why I started doing this was because deep down, like, I was like, man, like, I played football. I was never like the star athlete. Um, I was just like, I can be better. And my dad was always telling me, get off the game, start working out. And I was like, man, like I don't want to do that. He's like, get off the game. I was like, I probably should. And then one thing led to another, and I was Mr. Ohio. I got a coach. I'm not just saying that for you guys to be like, oh yeah, I need a coach, right? I got multiple coaches, and I just found one that stuck with me, and he led me to competing, and that just build off of that, and now I don't have a coach, I coach myself. Because I just, everyone having a coach, like having a coach is just amazing, just to have like another set of eyes, another opinion, right? Because you can be pretty hard on yourself, or you can be too easy on yourself, right? But I've kind of mastered it. I've been doing this for about 7-8 years now, almost, and it's just it'll come easier to you, right? But if you guys are a beginner, I highly recommend getting a coach, because when you're starting working out, your gains could just be good. But if you had someone like telling you exactly what to do, when you start working out, that's the time to actually like hammer it, right? If you're in the gym and you just start and you like actually lock in your nutrition, they're called newbie gains. They will become like, it just means like you're getting gains faster, like at a faster rate than like me right now. I've been doing this for 7 years. Say me and you were to work out the same for 6 months, you would just add more tissue, you would gain some more muscle, you would probably be able to lose fat maybe easier. You're just more, your body's more responsive, because it's like, whoa, this is a new stimulus, right? So you have to add new stimuluses, do different things as you progress. As the years go on, your body becomes used to eating 200 grams of protein every single day. But someone that's new is like, wow, like 200 grams of protein, their body's like, holy moly, like we're gonna build some muscle with this. Now your body kind of becomes used to it, your body's used to working out 4, 5, 6 days a week. It's just the name of the game, right? But be consistent, and if you are starting, seriously, like I highly recommend like people that are just new in the gym, if you just had a little bit of guidance, holy, because what I used to do was, I love pizza rolls. I love pizza. I don't know what it is. It's maybe the Italian in me, right? I would go work out and then like eat like a whole big large bag of pizza rolls. You can ask my parents. I would eat a whole big thing of pizza rolls after the gym and just ruin my progress. Like, I mean, not ruin my progress, but my goal was to lose fat, and I just ate like my whole entire amount of calories for the day after I just worked out, and just a whole bag of pizza rolls, and then I would still be hungry, and I'll drink some pop, right? So nutrition, man, is so freaking important. You can work out all you want, but if you're eating dog crap all day, you're not going to get the gains that you want. You might build some muscle, but it's not going to be visible because you got all this fat covering it up, So hopefully that kind of summed everything up. Guys, if you want some coaching by me, which I'm not pressuring you into doing at all, it's all up to you, but I can get you from kind of staying stagnant, from you not knowing what you want, from you not knowing what you want to do, or just like where to get started, or your gains are kind of stuck and stagnant. I can be that bridge to get you over here to like the next level. I can advance you for you to be like, man, like I'm actually making progress now, or wow, like I feel so good, right? I'll help you out. I got your back. Guys, I honestly love making this video. I'm probably going to make more just sit down videos. I like talking. I want you guys to know who I am. I don't know if you watched my previous videos before, and you can see I have fun with this stuff, man. Like, I genuinely enjoy going to the gym with some homies, getting some, good pumps in, slamming a pre-workout and stuff like that, and just getting a good pump, I just love it, And right now I'm losing some fat. That's the goal, right? We bulked up. Now we're losing some fat. And yeah, I want to look good for the beach, right? I'm not saying I don't look good, but you can always look better, right? You should something along the lines of like, people are usually their worst own critics, right? And that's another reason to have a coach, because they'll give you that reassurance that, you know, you're looking good. You know, sometimes you just need someone to say that to you. But hopefully that resonated with you. Hopefully that kind of hit home with some of you guys. And yeah, see you in the next video.